Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Witness Without Identity channel, guys. Today we're going to talk about more of Laura Goldman crazy defense of Ghislaine Maxwell. Like she stated, like blatantly, without even like without even analyzing what she's saying. She said that she knew what was going on from the beginning. Why would you say that in a case like, hey, look at some people, they don't think before they say something. She knew what was going on. If you knew what was going on from the beginning, then you should have never stayed friendly with Ghislaine Maxwell. And Piers Morgan pressed on her, and you're gonna see more of the video. It's quite interesting, guys. This video is quite telling. And then the biggest thing was that Laura Goldman is trying to compare different pedophile. So the kind of pedophile that Jeffrey Epstein was is an okay pedophile. You guys go ahead. I'm going to run the tape and let me know what you guys think.
Do you believe everything Ghislaine Maxwell tells you, or do you think she's just pulling the wool over your eyes?
No, because I knew from the beginning what was going on, and I knew from her sister also what was going on, and I've talked to them about these issues since.
Hang on a moment. You knew from the beginning what was going on?
After the 2008 plea agreement, I had frank conversations with both Isabel and Ghislaine Maxwell. So I had an idea of what was happening, and and she explained a lot of things with Jeffrey, and she wasn't strong enough to leave him too.
Yeah, but hang on. Listen,
why didn't you?
I'm all for supporting friends, right? But Ghislaine Maxwell knew that he was then a convicted paedophile, and she continued for many years after that to be very close friends with his, and you continued to be a very supportive friend of Ghislaine Maxwell, knowing that she remained very good friends with a convicted paedophile. You can see how, looking on the outside, people are like, what the hell was she doing, continuing to be friends? And there's a relevance to this involving Prince Andrew, which we'll come to. But Ghislaine Maxwell could say right to the point that he was convicted of being a paedophile. Well, I wasn't really sure. You can't be after he's convicted. Then he's a convicted paedophile. Then you know what the guy is. And she carried on for another 10, 11, 12 years being his friend. And you've carried on supporting her, knowing she carried on being his close friend after he was convicted.
Well, during my very difficult times, the Maxwell family was good to me. And I felt that, I didn't see her every day or talk to her every day, but they were there for me at my darkest hour. And I felt that I should be there to a certain extent.
And you didn't think it might have been a good idea if Ghislaine Maxwell had not continued to be good, close friends with Jeffrey Epstein after he was convicted of very serious offences against underage girls?
Well, believe me, she limited her contact substantially. I know she didn't cut it off, and I'm not claiming that. I'm saying she did try to rebuild her life several times.
It's quite easy, actually, isn't it, to cut off contact with a convicted paedophile? You just have nothing to do with them.
She couldn't. Okay, she's not that strong. I know, I understand.
Okay. Well, that doesn't bear much relation to the woman I met at a book launch, I can tell you. The idea that she would have been too weak to walk away from a bloke convicted of paedophile behaviour. Let me bring in Prince Andrew now, because he also stayed friendly with Jeffrey Epstein after that conviction. And again, you could construct a defence, potentially, that Epstein was so secretive and manipulative, you may not have known the full scale of what he was doing. But once he's convicted, that's a different thing. Once all that detail came out and he admitted it, at that point, surely you sever links. Why did Prince Andrew continue seeing him? And how much do you think Prince Andrew knows that we don't know?
Okay, Prince Andrew doesn't know a lot, partially because he's not that intelligent and he is spoiled and entitled, so he didn't really ask questions about what's happening. But as far as people staying in touch with Jeffrey Epstein after the 2008 conviction, there were parties with people like Katie Couric, Chelsea Handler, Woody Allen. Okay, well, Woody Allen maybe, but unfortunately, in 2008, which was a lifetime ago in terms of Me Too, the women's movement, etc., many people flocked to Jeffrey Epstein's house after that 2008 conviction. So to attack everybody that did that, okay, but you have to attack them all, not just me. So,
Well, I'm just wondering, I'm wondering, did you have any contact with Epstein?
No, I didn't, but because these are issues that I do care about. But also, it wasn't, his conviction was kind of muddied, and I wasn't actually sure what he had done.
Well, his plea admission wasn't muddied, was it?
Yes, it was. It was sex with an underage prostitute. There's no such thing as a child prostitute in retrospect, but it wasn't an organized sex trafficking ring. Okay, so that's a whole lot different than what he was convicted of.
So he wasn't quite as bad a paedophile as he could have been.
No.
As you have seen, guys, Laura Goldman, that she said that she knew Jeffrey Epstein from the beginning, like what was going on, and then the interviewer pressed her on it, which is the right thing, and then she couldn't answer correctly. And then she continued to be like a Jeffrey Epstein friend, even when Jeffrey was found to be guilty. You see, so this is somebody that's like a enabler, close to how you call the other people, like accomplice. She's getting close to the crime. Like, all those things, you didn't report it, and she basically said that Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile. When she found out he was guilty, she read the guilty plea, but she felt like he wasn't as bad as like a sex trafficking ring of a bunch of prostitutes. He was a pedophile, but not like a hardcore pedophile. I'm like, wow. This is the bar has gone very low now. This woman is, to me, as guilty as hell, like, because that tells you something. She knew he was a pedophile. She never called the FBI, and she said that. And then, I don't know, like, it's like she sounds so guilty. Also, when you look at that interview, she like that whole way of defending Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, saying that he was a pedophile, but he wasn't like hardcore. That's like a hint right there that tells you that, dude, you were part of it. I want to hear what you guys think, but I think that's what it means. It means that she's basically telling us, no, I was part of that crime ring. I'm not an investigator. That's not my field of study. But come on, this is obvious to me. Guys, please subscribe to my channel.